Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a quick 30-minute level 3 with intermediate options balance ball class. So the focus of this class today is planks pretty much. So we do a couple of other things, but it's mostly planks and variations of planks. So if you don't like planks, then maybe you need to work on planks, or this is just not the class for you. If you do enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you have comments or feedback, please let me know in the comments section below. We are going to get started straight off the bat today in a high plank with our hands on the ball. So if you need to do anything to warm up your wrists or anything like that beforehand, please go and do that. And then I will meet you in a high plank pose. Starting in a plank pose on your ball, bring your hands just underneath your shoulders. I like to place my fingers facing outwards, but find what's comfortable for you. Step your feet back, engage your thighs. Send energy out through the crown of your head and then out through your heels and your tailbone. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, and we'll take 5 more breaths here. From here, you'll keep your plank, take an inhale, shift weight into your left foot. As you exhale, you're just going to float your right leg off behind you, and then you're going to draw circles with that leg. So the circles are coming from your hip, not from your ankle. Your knee is nice and straight, your toes can be pointed, or you can flex them, I don't mind. And then you'll change direction of the circles. Come back to center, take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring that right knee, see if you can tap your right elbow, and then inhale back to your single leg plank. Exhale, cross the body, right knee towards the left elbow, and then inhale back to the plank. One more each side. Exhale to the right, inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale through center, exhale, set your right foot down, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, you'll float your left leg off. Same thing, we're going to do 10 circles in one direction. And then you'll change direction of your circles. Inhale, come through center as you exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, float it back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, float it back. One more to each elbow. Step back to your plank pose, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, shift your weight back, come up to standing. We're going to bring that ball so that it's behind us, and we're going to come into a plank with our feet on the ball. So if you need to make this easier, the ball will come closer towards your knees. If you want to make this harder, you'll be up on your toes on the ball. Shoulders are above the wrists. Gentle grip at the mat with your finger pads. So your palms don't have to be completely flat here, but you are extending your elbows and pressing the floor away from you. Once again, engage through your legs. I'm going to take 5 more breaths here. From here, we're going to take a slow mountain climber. So take an inhale. As you exhale, you'll draw your right knee in towards your chest. Your leg will lift off the ball. And then inhale, step it back. And then as you exhale, your left knee will come towards your chest. Inhale, step it back to the ball. Exhale the right. Inhale, step it back. Exhale the left. Inhale, step it back. We're going to go 8 more nice and slow on each side, so 16 more. One more, each side. And then you'll slowly step yourself down off that ball. You're going to turn to face the long end of your mat and you're going to come down to kneeling. So I'm going to have my right leg closest to the ball, and then you're going to bring your right forearm down onto the ball. So your first option would be to send your left leg long and put weight into your right forearm, and this might be where you stay, just practicing shifting weight into that right forearm, and that might give you enough of a challenge. If you want to up level, bring your left hand to the ball. You'll step your right foot back. First step would be to stagger, and then your left hand could come to your hip. If you're feeling really jazzy, your left foot could stack on top of your right. Maybe your left hand comes to your hip for side plank. We're here for 5 more breaths, whichever option you're choosing. You could also stagger your left leg halfway up the mat. Try not to sink into your elbow. 2 more breaths, or into your shoulder. And then slowly, with control, you'll set it down. We're going to keep the ball on the same side. We're just going to switch where we are. So your left hand will come down to the mat. Now your right foot or leg will come to the ball. So the more of your leg is on the ball, the more supported you would be. Once again, you could stay here with your left knee down and practice just shifting weight into that left hand. Maybe your left knee hovers and your toes stay down. Your second option would be to press into that right foot, press into your left hand. See if you can lift your left knee to tap your right. And then inhale, slow, set it down. Exhale, lift the left knee to tap the right. Inhale, set it down. We're going to try for 8 more. You could have your right hand resting on something in front of you, like a chair if you wanted. One more. We're going to see if we can hold it at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow, set it down, and we'll take it to the other side. So now your left arm will come underneath. Will come onto the ball. Your right leg will step long. Once again, first option here, just sending weight into that left forearm. Second option, bring your right hand to the ball. Step your left leg back to stagger or stack. Final option would be wherever you are, is taking that right hand off. Press into the ball, lengthen through the space between your elbow and your shoulder and your neck, and take 4 more breaths here. And then slowly, you'll bring yourself back down to the floor. Keep your ball where it is. Place your right hand down. Left leg comes to the ball or left ankle. Same thing as before. Starting point would be to press weight into the right hand and just see if you can keep your right foot down and maybe hover the knee. If you're going for the full version, you'll take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can bring your right knee up to tap your left. Know that this side might be different to the other. And then inhale, bring it down. Exhale, bring the right knee up to tap the left. Inhale, bring it down. We'll go for 8 more here. Last one, we're going to hold it at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, this side's way harder, 1, slow, let it down. Step off that ball, and we're going to come all the way back up to standing, and we're going to come down into a forearm plank on the ball. You can kind of see the theme of this workout. So elbows are going to come underneath the shoulders, forearms are parallel. I don't want you to sink your chest down into the ball, so I really want you to press the ball away from you like you're really angry at it. If that means that you need to drop down to your knees, then you can. So this is going to be a combo. You're going to take an inhale. You're going to press the ball away from you, so like your fingertips are pointing or poking the front of the room. As you exhale, draw the elbows in. Then you're going to shift the ball towards the right, and then shift the ball towards the left, and then back to center. So you'll shift the ball forward, bring it back, shift the ball right, bring it back, shift it left, bring it back. So you're trying to keep your hips and the rest of your body still. This movement is coming from your shoulders. We're going to do 4 more rounds of this. Last round. And then you'll slowly step yourself up off the ball. We're going to come back to hands on the mat, feet on top of the ball. This time, even if you can do a plank with your feet on the ball, I want you to have more of the ball on your shins, because we're going to do the little tucks. So take an inhale here. As you exhale, we're not going to round the spine. You're just going to draw the knees in towards the chest as far as you can without rounding your upper back. And then inhale, send them back. Exhale, it's a hip flexion movement. And then inhale, send it back. We're going to do 8 more like this, and then we're going to change it a little bit. Last one like this. So we're going to do exactly the same thing, except now we're going to add the upper body. So you'll take an inhale, send it back. As you exhale, now you're going to tuck yourself into a little ball. So really curl in like your nose and your knees are going to meet. And then inhale, lengthen it back out to neutral. Exhale, tuck and round, tuck and round, tuck and round. And then inhale, bring it back. We've got 8 more like this. Last one. And then send it back. Slowly step yourself off the ball. We're going to come back into another side plank. So bring that ball to the right side of your body. Same options as before. You can keep your right knee down, or you can step yourself into a stagger. This is going to be a little bit harder than the first one, so even if you could come into a full plank on the first one, you might want to have your knee down for this one. Your left hand is going to come behind your head, elbow points to the sky. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, you're going to rotate down, tap the left elbow to the ball, and then inhale, open it up. Exhale, rotate it down. inhale, open it up. We have 8 more of these. One more. Whew. And then set it down. That is no joke. You're going to keep the ball on that right side. You're going to bring your right leg back underneath the ball. Back on top of the ball. This time, we're going to see if we can get both feet to the ball. So this is really hard, and you might not be able to do it. I'm probably going to keep my right hand down. You could practice what we did before. Otherwise, you're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can bring your left leg to the ball so it's staggered behind the right. You might stay here with your right fingertips down. If you can, you're going to see if you can float that right hand up. And we're just going to try and hold for 5 breaths. You'll slowly bring your right hand down to the floor, bring your left knee down to the floor, and then step both knees down to the floor. I'm going to give you a little break between sides to give your left arm a little bit of a break before we go into that other side plank. You're going to come belly down onto the ball and then roll yourself so much to the ball that your fingertips will kind of depend on the size of your ball, but your fingertips and your toes are on the floor, but the rest of your body is supported. Keep that ball still. You're going to inhale. As you exhale, see if you can float your right arm and left leg. So pay attention to what your body's doing here. Use the ball as feedback to see how much you're shifting from one side to the other. And then inhale, float it down. As you exhale, try keep that ball still as you float your left arm and your right leg. And then inhale, set it down. So you're going to keep alternating for a few more on each side. And just what I want you to pay attention to, not looking at it like a good or a bad thing, but where are you shifting? What are you doing? Are you really crunching through one side of your waist? Are you just throwing your belly down into the ball? Are you kind of just side bending and wiggling all over the place? You want to see if you can bring your awareness to that and then change it, because maybe it feels better in the movement. Maybe it allows you to create more length in that movement. Trying to be pretty even on both sides. It's not so much about I want you to be perfect. It's more about, can you bring awareness to parts of your body that are difficult to bring awareness to? We're going to do one more on each side, or however many you need to do to make yourself even. And then slow, set it down. We're going to come back to that glorious side plank on the left side. So ball to the left side. Remember, you can keep your left knee down here if you need to. Otherwise, step yourself back into that full side plank. Right hand behind the head, elbow wide. Take an inhale. As you exhale, close it down. Tap the right elbow to the ball. And then inhale, open it up. You've got 9 more here. One more. Inhale it up and then exhale, slowly make your way down. We'll bring your right hand down to the floor, left foot up onto the ball. Remember, you can practice the first side plank variation that we did with those little leg lifts. Otherwise, left hand will come to the floor for support. See if you can hop that right leg up behind the left on the ball, and then maybe that left hand comes off into your full side plank. And we're going to try and hold it for 5 breaths. One more breath. And then slowly, with more control than I just did, you'll bring it all the way down to the floor. We're going to come back belly down onto the ball. So bring yourself to the back of your mat. And then you're going to walk yourself forward on the ball. You might have to wiggle yourself so that either your thighs or the bottoms of your shins are supported on the ball. The more of your leg or the higher up towards your pelvis, the easier this will be. Arms are going to be straight for this first one. Nice neutral spine. As you inhale, without dumping your chest towards the floor, you're going to press the floor away. Keep the legs nice and straight. And then send yourself back towards the back of the room as far as you can. And then exhale, use your lats to pull you forward. I'm going to make this harder and go back a little bit further on the ball. As you inhale, press the floor away from you. Keep the arms and legs straight. And then as you exhale, keep the arms straight. Pull yourself back towards the top of the mat. Inhale, send yourself away. And then exhale, pull yourself forward. So we're going to do 2 more like this. So we're going to start the same with the next one. So you'll inhale, straight arms pushes you away. Now as you exhale, you're going to bend your elbows so they hover above the floor as you pull yourself forward and then press yourself up. So it's like a reverse chaturanga. As you inhale, straight arms send you back. As you exhale, bend the elbows to hover, pull yourself forward, and then straighten your arms once your face is in line with your hands. Inhale, straight arms back. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull yourself forward, and then straighten. We've got 2 more like this. And now we're going to reverse this movement. So now you're going to bend your elbows like you're coming into chaturanga. Press yourself away, straighten the arms. And then exhale with straight arms, pull yourself forward. As you inhale, bend the elbows, start to press yourself backwards. And then as you exhale, straight arms pull you forward. 3 more like this. Last one. And then slowly step yourself off the ball. We're going to come one more time with our hands on the ball into your plank pose. So you could do this from your knees, or if you needed to make this easier, you would hop yourself in so that you're in more of a pike position and less of a plank position. We're going to do our dynamic plank or our commandos. So really stabilize through the ball. Feet wider will make this a bit easier. You're going to bring your right forearm down, left forearm down, right palm, left palm, left forearm, right forearm, left palm, right palm. Try and control your hips. Right forearm, left forearm, right palm, left palm, left forearm, right forearm, left palm, right palm. We're going to do 4 more in total. So 2 with the left leading, 2 with the right leading. Our last set, 1 on each. And then roll yourself up. We're going to come down, feet or shins on the ball. We're going to do that same thing, but now in this orientation. So pick your poison, feet, shins, or thighs on the ball. We're going to go right forearm, left forearm, right palm, woof, left palm, left forearm, right forearm, left palm, right palm. Keep alternating just like that. You're going to do 5 more in each. One more each side. Oopsie. And then you'll slowly step it off. We're going to come back to our bellies on the ball. And you could be knees down here or feet up. I'm going to be with my feet tagged behind me just because my knees really sore, but this works a lot better if you can bring your knees down to the floor. Maybe I'll do a hybrid where one of my knees is on the floor. You're going to bring your hands behind your head. As you inhale, you're going to curl down over the ball as if you're trying to tap your nose to the ball, and then as you exhale, keep your elbows wide. You're just coming into thoracic extension. So I'm not all the way up here, overextending it through my spine. My lower ribs are still on the floor. I'm really working those upper back muscles. As you inhale, curl yourself over. And then as you exhale, you'll peel yourself up. We're going to do 8 more here. We've got 1 more. You're going to hold it at the top. You're going to take your arms out to a capital T. As you inhale, you're just going to tap them to the ball. And then as you exhale, come out into that T. Inhale, tap them to the ball. Exhale out into the T. So it's like a reverse fly movement. We've got 8 more. One more. And then slow, bring it down. Let yourself roll over the ball. And then we're going to make our way all the way down onto our backs. We're nearly done. 30 minutes goes quick. You're going to bring that ball in between your knees. You're going to lie down all the way onto your back. So, ball in between your knees, hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to squeeze the ball between your knees as you roll your upper back off the mat. So it's a little baby crunch, not jamming our necks, not yanking our necks to the sky. And then as you inhale, release the ball, release your crunch. Exhale adductor squeeze and crunch. Inhale, bring it down. We're going to do 18 more of these. Last one. And then slow release. Last thing we're going to finish off with is a bridge. So we're going to start with a single leg bridge. We're going to start with a double leg bridge and then option to progress to a single leg bridge. Hands can float or they can be down by your side. Feet are on the ball. Take an inhale. Keep the ball nice and close to you. As you exhale, you're just going to lift your hips up and then inhale, tap those hips down, but don't rest. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, tap it down. We're going to do 8 more double leg. Last one. Give those legs a little bit of a stretch. Here comes our single leg bridges. So pick your favorite leg. The other leg can either float in a tabletop or you can send it straight up to the sky. Hands down for extra support if you need it. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keep the ball close. Press into the ball. Lift the hips. Keep them even. And then inhale, tap down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap down. We're just doing 6 more. Last one. And then set it down. I swear they never get easier. Take it over to your other leg. Last hard thing we're doing. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bridge it up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, tap it down. 6 more. And bring it down. Send that right leg nice and long on the ball. Send the left leg up towards the sky. Take a little hamstring stretch. Maybe point and flex through the toes. And then switch it over to the other side. Bring the ball underneath your knees. Take your arms to a capital T. Maybe take a little rock side to side. You can feel free to take any other stretches that you like. Otherwise, you can bring yourself to stillness. If you want to take Shavasana or something here, feel free to go for it. Otherwise, go forth and have an amazing day. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. And until next time, namaste.